Welcome, fourth graders, to your editing lesson. We're going to be editing the nonfiction paragraph over Cesar Chavez. You studied him during Hispanic Heritage Month, so you have some background information about Cesar Chavez. Now, this is a nonfiction paragraph. Nonfiction meaning it's true, it's filled with facts on our topic. Our person, Cesar Chavez, he was a real person. He's no longer alive. Your lesson objective is, with me, you're going to edit the 8 errors in the nonfiction paragraph, and you're going to look for errors dealing with words that need to be capitalized, words that need to match the verb and noun, that's verb usage. Maybe it's missing a punctuation mark, a period, apostrophe, or comma, or the word's misspelled, and we're going to check off when it's dealing with the acronym CUPS. So follow along with me. Let's first read it. Cesar Chavez was a man who helped to improve the way that farm and migrant workers were treated in the United States. He used nonviolent methods to do this. Chavez learned about prejudice against the Hispanic community when he was very young. His family's home and land in Arizona was taken away illegally by a white businessman. Because of this, his family was very poor and worked as farm and migrant workers. As an adult, he started an organization called the National Farmer Workers Association. He organized strikes, pickets, and boycotts to help make things better for farm and migrant workers. Let's look at our first error. There's a word that needs to be capitalized. It's the start of a sentence, and it's also someone's name. So please move the 3 lines underneath. The letter C in Cesar needs to be capitalized. Then get the marker, and then write an uppercase C. And that's an error dealing with a word that needed to be capitalized, the C in the acronym CUPS. The acronym CUPS helps you to remember what to look for when you edit. Then we're going to move our editing mark underneath the C for the last name Chavez, and we're going to write an uppercase C. Cesar Chavez is his given name, that's a proper noun, and it needs to be capitalized, and the C in Cesar was also the beginning of a sentence. So that's 2 words that needed to be capitalized. Then we're going to look at the second sentence. He used nonviolent methods. That word is misspelled, so move one of the text boxes over and spell it M-E-T-H-O-D-S. You're changing the vowel from I to O, methods. Then that was a spelling error, so add a check mark to the S column. Then we're going to look at that same sentence. Look at the last word. When he was very young. Now, the word young is a common noun. It should not start with an uppercase Y, so what I want you to do is move text box over and then rewrite it with a lowercase y, young. The word should not start with a capital letter. And then that was a word that was capitalized incorrectly, so add a check mark to the C column. So that's 4 errors. We have 4 more to go. His family's home and land in Arizona was taken away. We have a word that is missing a punctuation mark. Let's move this one over. His family's home. Notice how the home belongs to that family. It's showing ownership. So we need to add an apostrophe because the home belongs to the family. So F-A-M-I-L-Y apostrophe S. His family's home. An apostrophe is a type of punctuation mark. So get your marker and add a check mark to the P column. That's a punctuation error. The apostrophe was missing. And then methods was misspelled. Young should start with the lowercase y, and then the C in Chavez and Cesar need to be capitalized. Let's look at the last 3. There's a word that's also misspelled in that sentence we're looking at right now. His family's home and land in Arizona was taken away illegally by a white businessman. White is misspelled. It is missing the H. So please spell it with me. W-H-I-T-E. White. And that was a spelling error. Make sure to go at your own pace. Pause if you need to catch up. You go at your own pace, y'all. Then let's look at the last sentence. There are 2 errors. Can you find them? He organized strikes. We're going to pause right there. That is a misspelled word. Organize is spelled O-R-G-A-N-I-Z-E-D. And that is a spelling error. So add a check mark next to the S column. Then workers is also misspelled. So please move the text box. We'll put it next to it so you can see it. And it's W-O-R-K-E-R-S. And the period. Workers. That word is misspelled, so that's a spelling error. So 4 check marks. There. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there is one more error. So cross out 7. There's actually 9. Please get your marker. Look at the last sentence. He organized strikes, pickets, and boycotts. Items in a series are being listed, so you need to use a comma. He organized strikes at the comma there, pickets, and boycotts. 3 things are being listed, so you need to add your comma after the word strikes and pickets, and that's a punctuation error. So 9 errors. You have successfully edited the 9 errors in the Cesar Chavez nonfiction paragraph with me. Follow along is what you did. Click the green arrow to turn this in. Thank you for watching, and make sure to use the text boxes with me. It's easier to type it in than try to write it with the marker. And make sure that your paragraph has all the editing marks and that you've corrected them with me. Thank you for watching, and please turn this in. Great job, 4th graders.